This is my 2002 BMW M3 convertible, and I bought this car here in Hawaii. Took it out for a test drive, bought it from a Marine, and everything checked out. Convertible top worked, headliner needed to be replaced, stitched up. There was a couple parts with the leather on the seats that was banged up, but that's expected. It's a 2002. It's got 104,000 miles. Purchased this in June. It's the beginning of November. I've only put 400 miles on it. Why have I only put 400 miles on it? I said it was a project card, but there's been so many more projects than what I anticipated. Took it in. The car really only needed rear tires. That was it. But shortly after buying it, the ABS DSC light kicked on. So I replaced all 4 sensors. However, that didn't fix the issue. Couldn't communicate with the ABS module, so now I'm gonna have to probably get a new ABS module. Went ahead and replaced all tires, put all new brakes, calipers, rotors on. This piece on the old car was pretty much, well, not on the old car, but on the old leather, didn't exist. So it was just this switch right here to bring the seat up and down. The leather was really bad, really dirty. So at least I replaced this. As you can see, the leather is pretty chewed up. It was really bad. I've cleaned up a lot of it, but I'm gonna end up getting, there's a local company that does some neoprene material that goes over. This is a common issue. I tried fixing it up some, and actually it looks a lot better than what it did. But I've had a company put an M3 leather center console piece that I haven't installed yet. Just put some new rubber floor mats on there. It's got an old flip out head unit. That thing dates back to, I think, like 2008. I have the rear seats out currently. There's a lot of the convertible top issues, but as you can see, he's replaced the headliner. They did a pretty good job. The top stopped working shortly after I bought it, so also I had the pump replaced. And once we got that fixed, then this next issue cropped up. Where those 2 hose clamps are some gears that help bring up and down the top. They're clicking. It's a common issue in this vehicle. I have an aftermarket metal piece that's going to come and replace the top of that. The previous owner, some owner, put the hose clamps on because that's a semi-fix. However, it's given up. It's not really working. Let's go ahead and venture off to the back here. Took out the trunk. This is another pump for a different part of the convertible top. I was getting a lot of water in here. I live in a very rainy side of Hawaii, and so a bunch of different people said it was a bunch of different issues. So you can see I just threw in a bunch of kind of epoxy right there right now to hopefully seal it up, and so far it's worked. I mean, there's nothing there, and we had a really bad storm last night. Another issue is once I got back here, as you can see, there's some rust color down there. There was tons of water below the battery. So I cleaned all that out, I drained it. And so far, I did that fix a couple months ago, and it's worked out okay. I do have some new LED tail lights coming. This is the amp. Whoever owned this vehicle and decided to install the amplifier and aftermarket speakers and the subwoofer, as you can see there in the back, kudos. However, it's a 4-channel amp. Let's go ahead. And you know, with the subwoofer and 4 speakers, you at least want a 5-channel or a dedicated 4 and a dedicated 1 to run your sound system. So I'll end up replacing the car audio. Another issue, and a common issue with the E46 is here, this rust that gets built up underneath the side mirrors. Mirrors aren't cheap. They're another, $1,000 item. I found some used ones on eBay, and it just so happened to be owned by a guy that owns an auto body shop, so he repainted them in the color. They came out really good. Engine bay, I need to clean it up some. I did install some new coil packs, some new spark plugs. This weather stripping here was new because that was pretty chewed up and never been replaced. So far, new plugs, new coil packs, some trim pieces, new tires, brakes, calipers, rotors, headliner. This project car is, it looks good, but I just wanted to get it 100% functional. As you can see here, separating, just this strip alone is $100 and something. And of course there's some little dings and here and there, all stuff that will get worked out in time. But just wanted to show the car. Even though I've put a lot of work in it, it still needs quite a bit. Eventually she'll be up and running perfectly. Till next update.